I actually can't wait to have this conversation. Today we're talking to Morgana, and Morgana is a transformational energy healer. So let's get to it. Let's talk to Morgana. So
Welcome. Hi. Thank you. So glad to be here.
So Morgana, just tell us a little bit about what it means to be transformational energy healer.
Wow, thank you. Yes. So what is transformation? I mean, people come to me for all kinds of reasons. You know, there's no definition of what I can and can't do for people. But people come when they're looking for real change in their lives. So they may be struggling with their health or their body or their business. So it's all related, you know, it's all correlated. And transformational means, you know, you're shifting someone from a pain place to a place of freedom. And that is what I'm here to help them to achieve and feel into and experience in their life, ultimate freedom. So transformational is also the shift of being able to help them reconnect with themselves as well, because the true healing happens when they actually reconnect with who they are, because they are their own healers. You know, although I'm a healer, I'm the facilitator of the healing, and they are their own healers as well.
That's beautiful. Yeah. I love that you've used the word freedom.
Yeah.
I think that's such a powerful word, isn't it? Because that is what healing is. It's freedom.
Yeah.
To be who you really are. Now I've got to ask you this. I'm going straight for it because I'm so fascinated. You do something which is called bar therapy. Is that
access
right?
bars?
Access bars. So please, what is that? I'm so intrigued. Yeah.
What is bars? Like, you're going to go to the bar? I'm like, we can do it at the bar. I did do it at the bar last night with a networking group. Bars, there's 32 points on the head, and there's certain points that when you touch them, you're releasing beliefs, emotions, thoughts that don't actually belong to you. They're not yours, but you've either inherited them for your life, you've taken them on, energetically absorbed them into your energy as well. And when we run them, there's a sense of ease that comes into your world, and you start to truly relax, like real relaxation, where you can learn to receive. So although we do gentle touch on certain parts of the head, it's all about learning to receive, because when you can clear these limiting beliefs that block people from receiving, that's when you start to learn how to kind of undo all these traumas and beliefs that lock you in your body and lock you out of your life. And that is a place of true liberation when we run the bars. And I love them. They've changed my life on so many levels. I remember having my bars run for the first time. I never felt so light. I remember being in London. You know what London's like. London's chaotic. It's busy. I was just floating through London. Like, no one was bothering me. It was just perfect, fine. I felt everything around me was just like peace. And for a place like London, I never felt that in my life. So that was a shift that happened within me.
Yeah.
And anyone can have it. Babies have this. Children have this. I've worked with teenagers. They can have it. Anyone, any age.
Yeah.
But it's accessible to anyone. It's so simple, so easy.
So, okay, so let's break this down. So if I came to you to have an access bar session, so I would discuss with you maybe what limiting beliefs, or I'd talk about where I'm feeling stuck.
Yeah.
And then I would lie down, and then you would access certain bars that are related to where I'm storing those beliefs.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there are different bars. So we've got one for money, control, creativity, awareness, joy, sadness, sexuality, body, and all the different bars relate to these things. So we run them. So say if we run the time and space bar, all your points of views about time and space, we can eliminate them. So people have, I'm too old to do this, or I can't do this at this age. Well, we're going to clear that. So you no longer have that belief holding you back. And it's just this awareness of being able to run the bars. People will start talking about all their beliefs that come up, their limiting beliefs, and they may start talking about a situation in their life where they felt limited by their time or their life or their age or whatever. And then we can clear it there and then. And just people don't walk out of the room the same as they went in. They look different as well.
So if you've cleared that belief and they've gone feeling amazing.
Yeah.
Can they reactivate that belief though and start the loop again?
No, because what we do at the end of the session is called reconstruction of bodies, and it's a lock. It locks that new belief in, so you don't keep looping back and back and back.
Oh my God, it's fascinating.
Wow.
So what does your training involve? So are you kind of tuning into the person as well? Are you using guides? And
I do bring in my guides. Yeah, I wouldn't say they don't teach us as a bars practitioner to do that, but because I'm a channel, I do just use whatever's meant to come through as well. I've had loved ones come through from spirit if they wanted to connect with their loved one, because that enabled them to have that message as well, which was unexpected, and I didn't expect it to happen. So we do allow that space for people to just come and truly receive. And when they really can receive anything. So yeah, guides will come in and people can feel their, other energies around them. And they're like, oh, I feel something around my feet and energy moving. I can feel like my brother's here. And it's a space of possibility, I call it.
I love that.
Anything's possible.
Is it similar to cranial sacral?
Yeah, no, not really. It can feel floaty like that. You know how cranial sacral is very floaty. Can feel like that. Because I've had really positive experiences with that, where I felt like I was coming out of my body. I could see my body on the couch, and it was like this, awareness of being able to come out of the body and things. But yeah, it's just different. Everyone's experience is different, I would say. No one experiences the session the same, depending on what you're coming for. But the wonderful thing we do is it's not just about clearing, it's about creating. So if people want to create something in their life, we say, if you could have anything in your life, what would it be? And then we run with that for the session and unblock everything that's holding them back from creating that.
Wow, it's incredible. I've got to ask
amazing.
one more question. I'm trying so hard to get my head round it. So how does it work just by touch?
Yeah.
How does that work? It's almost, obviously, I'm not asking you to go into, exactly what you learn, but I'm just really intrigued by this, because I will be on your couch tomorrow if you could get rid of some of my limiting beliefs, because, and I'm sure there's so many people that this will resonate with. Our limiting beliefs, I think, are the biggest things for all of us. They are what keep us trapped, keep us stuck.
Yeah.
And to be able to be free of that, the word that you use, freedom, has really kind of clicked in, has landed with me. So how does it, without giving your secrets away, how does it work just by touch?
So we are just activating a bar. So it's kind of we command the bar to run, and the body, it's almost like the body turns on, because we have these bars running through the body. So it's a command of commanding the bar to run. You can do it now. I command everyone's bars to run. You don't have to do it to touch the body, and it can activate as well if you're open to receiving that. But it is just a pure, gentle touch of activating it, because healing can be instant if you're willing to receive that.
And that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just surrendering.
I can feel your energy, actually. I can really feel your healing.
Yeah, I can.
You've got very activating energy. I would say activating energy just by being in your presence, actually.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I can really feel it. So, obviously, if we were to, in your opinion, there's so many wonderful modalities out there and therapies. And if I was to put a list in front of somebody with, cranial sacral, Reiki. See, I always mix things up. I do this all the time.
It's a new one.
Yeah, it's called Kerryism.
I like that.
She said bunny flowers the
Bunny
other day.
flowers the other day. So if somebody was given a list, what would be your advice for people to how do they know who to go to? Because there's so many different things.
Yeah, there is.
Like how...
Yeah.
I mean, I normally say go with who you're drawn to. I mean, I think that's a good way.
That's
but
amazing.
what would you say to people?
I always say, even with bars, people come to me and they're a bit like, "Oh, I don't know." I'm like, "Well, ask your body.
Yeah.
Would it like to receive this? Don't get caught in your head of will it work for me? Go with your body, because your body knows what it requires. So ask your body, would this contribute to my body and my life? Because your body you'll feel like if your body's like a yes or like a no,
Yeah.
You'll feel energetically whether it's
that's
like,
made me
that's
shiver
not
in
for
my
me.
back. That's
Yeah, you'll know.
I do that when I go shopping. Do I need this pepper?
Oh, I love it.
Do you? I don't.
I do that with
go,
food.
yes.
Yeah, so I do it with food.
Yeah, I do that.
Food, you know,
Yeah.
so... Yeah.
I'm always like, you know, would you like to eat this today, or would you like to wear this today? But it's tools for life. Like, you've got to be in the question. And that will allow you to choose things that are congruent for you.
Yeah.
And there's no right or wrong. Like, there's so many different therapies. I've trained in so many different things, and I use a few of them. But you've got to do what works for you.
Fabulous. So, were you a child healer? So, were you one of these people that, you know, was leading or drawn to spirituality as a child, or is it something that's what's your story?
So I guess when I was a child, I was the one that was really shy and introverted, and I just wouldn't speak to many people at all. I was not a place of going around tugging at people's, you know, hair and going, oh, I've got a message for you, or like, I wasn't that person. I used to just not be me. I guess I just used to play on my own at school and be in the gardens playing with the fairies and the elementals and all these sorts of things. Like, I would not really know that I had a gift, but it's only later on in life that I realised that, oh yeah, that's probably why I was the one that was a bit like not getting it, or the one that was a bit behind in certain things, because I just daydream, I'd be in my own world, my own reality.
That's fabulous, though.
That was my world.
Playing with the fairies and the elementals. Did you think that everyone could see fairies and elementals?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty normal.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, well, maybe it's just, you know, something that everyone does, but it's clearly not. No, everyone else was having a social life or playing games and things or doing their studies, but no, not me.
I think that's fabulous. I sometimes have little elementals pop up in a meditation, but that's all. So they really are real.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
And are they cheeky?
They're cheeky. They are. They will try and get you to do silly things and play around. They're very playful characters, I think. And now I'm more aware of it now, but back then I didn't really know what I was speaking to. I was just, speaking to something.
Yeah. We actually have got a guest coming on who's going to talk about fairies.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
She works in the elemental fairy realm, doesn't she?
Wow.
So at what point did you realise you had a gift then? Was school and difficult for you?
Yeah, I spent most of my time in and out of hospital, because I have amniotic band syndrome. So basically, my hands went through my mum's amniotic sac as a child. I was a fidget baby. I call myself a fidget baby. I couldn't wait to get out, which meant that I was in hospital a lot, having to have my hands operated on to make them functional. So I missed school a lot, and I had to come back, and people were thinking, well, where's she been? She's had all this time off. And I was like, my time off has not been a pleasure.
No.
So I was, in hospital a lot. So I had to feel like when I came back to school, I had to catch up a lot. It was constantly having to catch up on things, or catch up on my homework, or miss out on things. And it was quite a challenging time. Like, primary school was not fun.
No,
it really wasn't. Nor was secondary school. I hated school, actually. The only thing I was great at was art. I just flourished in art.
Yeah.
Because I could be myself. I could express myself through my work. And I got an A star. Everything else was like E and C.
That's the same as me. Drama and art. I did
really,
well at.
Yeah.
Creative.
So it was only later on in life, in my 20s, when I actually went into studying reflexology and massage, because I went through my mental health journey, sort of near-death experiences, and just not wanted to be here, and just couldn't find an answer. I didn't feel like I belonged. And I just basically kind of got to the point in my life where I was like, right, I need to do something about this, because there must be more to life. And that's when I think things started to waken up. I started to wake up.
Yeah.
And I studied these therapies, and that's when it all sort of started from there, really. I started realising I had a gift. Yeah.
I think people that have a gift, people that are sharing love and assisting and supporting people through their healing have had quite traumatic, it seems to be not a common theme, but people having had NDEs, people having had, mental health, history of mental health problems are the beautiful sensitives. of the world, who feel not only their pain but everybody else's pain in their area, on the planet.
Yeah.
And I think it's almost, you're put in training.
Yeah, you are.
For what you're about to do, aren't you?
Yeah.
And so do you feel happy to talk talk about your NDEs and some of your so what kind of happened,
so they were all car accidents, and then one was a moment where I was in Camden. That was the worst one. So I had a terrible argument with my partner at the time, and I was like, right, I don't want to be here anymore. Went to Camden train station, and I don't know what happened. I don't know if I don't know what happened with the train and me, but the next minute, I don't know what happened, but I was in a mental health institute. I've been taken in a police car into the mental health institute, and they had to assess me, and I didn't know what happened. I was like, well, what's happened over the last couple of hours? I didn't really know where I was. So that was one, and I woke up the next day feeling completely different. I wasn't depressed or suicidal, wanting to jump in front of a train or anything like that. I actually was just really peaceful. And that was one. Another one was a car accident, and my whole car flipped all the way over. There was glass everywhere. It was just like everything was flashing before my eyes. I literally thought I was going to die. And I saw this tunnel, and I saw like these strange beings in this tunnel saying, "Oh, it's okay. It's time for you to go back now." Literally, that's what it kind of said, or I translated it as that. It's time for you to go back now. And then I don't know how I got back, but I came back into the car. I was hanging upside down, and a farmer had run out in the car and got me out of the car. And there was no injuries or anything. But all I remember is just this I was I don't know if I'd went to the other side or what, but there was certainly this tunnel. So that was that one. And there was a couple of other ones where there was car accidents. It was car accidents, one after the other. And I was like, am I just trying to check out? And I was trying to check out. I didn't want to be here because I've been doing the healing on this. And one of the ones was an entity, and I felt like it was an entity sort of taking me over and trying to get me off course. And that was when I realised I was more of a medium, and I was able to sort of pick up on these entities and things. And all this has been transmissioning recently, and I've got the awareness now. But it was just accident after accident after accident with these cars, and honestly, but after them I felt like a different person.
You've just answered the question. I'm sure you were thinking that as well. We were both about to ask you the same question there. Do you feel that after each one it was almost like a bit of a reset, a frequency reset? Yeah.
I wasn't depressed. I didn't want to check out. I was just thinking more okay, well, who am I now? But it was almost like, I don't know, part of me went, and it was a new me, or I don't know what happened, but it was a reset.
Yeah.
Because I saw things differently, and I saw my parents differently.
It's always the case, though, isn't it? I think I said this on another podcast. People that go through trauma, accidents, or somebody in the family experiences cancer, there's always a bigger picture to it, or a reset to somebody. Well, if that person hadn't had cancer, I wouldn't be now saying this or doing this.
Yeah.
They're all like catalysts for change. And I know not everybody may think in that way, but I think it is an interesting way to consider thinking about, and so I take it you've not been in a car accident since?
No.
You passed your training.
I passed my training.
You passed your training.
I retrained, I did my Pass Plus certificate, and I learned how to keep a car on the road.
Yeah. Brilliant.
And how to belong.
Yeah. Wow. I noticed some of the work that you do, that you put on your social media, is working with people with relationships as well. Is that associated with the access bars, or is that something separate that you do?
We can do it with access bars. I do have a relationship program. I've got Manifest Your Soulmate Love, and another extension of that program. But people come to me for the bars run, and relationship stuff comes up. So we'll work on that. Because it's toxicity of the past relationships that come up. And, we know what it feels like to go through those narcissistic relationships, don't we?
Yes.
So it's being able to facilitate people from that awareness point of, you do realise these things happen for a reason, and they're karmic, and they're here to help you to evolve. But not everyone sees it that way, and when you're in it, you don't see it that way. It's just happening to you. But yeah, I do a lot around the self relationship, building who we are, and then actually getting to a point where you can manifest your partner, your soulmate, and going beyond that. Because how do you then be in a relationship with your partner when you're still healing and processing things as well?
That it is difficult, isn't it? And it's like you say, when everything that happens to you happens for a reason, and when it's not landing, it just makes the whole learning experience even harder for people, doesn't it? Do you think that's part of their learning as well?
Everything is like a learning, I feel like, especially the relationship side of things, because it's who we are. Why are we attracting these people? It's like a kind of mirror of who we are at the time. And if you can see that and navigate through where actually I need to love me more, work on me more, and then you don't get people in the same relationships. But we choose these things. I honestly believe we always have choice, and we choose, and our soul chooses these things so we can grow and learn. But it's just not always that. You don't always see that when you're in it, like I say.
No, you don't, do you? No. So, Morgana, what has life taught you?
Oh, my God. How to belong, like be on the planet and be me on the planet, because I'm not like everybody else. That was a big one. And actually, embrace your gifts, because if you think you're going a bit cray-cray because you're seeing things or experiencing things, just acknowledge it, because it's a gift that people require. That was a big one. And just loving myself, because loving myself has enabled me to come to Wolverhampton today and be here sharing this, being here, and loving myself enough to share the story and actually have a relationship of 1.5 years now, which is really amazing. What else has it taught me? That there's more to life than what we think, and we never really know everything. So just, embrace the journey and enjoy your, taking steps and really start learning to receive more, because we're such givers and givers and givers, but we've got to learn how to receive as well.
I think that's it, isn't it? It's being able to receive. And that came up for me the other day about receiving. It is hard, isn't it?
We're not wired for that.
No. So what is it? We had somebody on a podcast a little while ago, or was it somebody we were talking to? You might put me right on this now. Who said that they didn't believe in self-love.
Oh, wow.
And that sent us into a bit of a flat spin.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
What do you think it means? What is self-love, and what's the importance of it in our lives?
Thank you for that. Self-love is truly embracing all parts of you, whether you don't like those parts or whether there's parts of you that you kind of want to push away or reject. It's being all of you, where you are at in life, and continuing to love those parts of you, the parts of you that you don't necessarily like, that you still feel hard around, like you're hard on yourself, or you may be still bullying yourself in some way, or you're not being kind to yourself. It's loving that, but it's a never-ending journey. You can just love yourself more and more. And loving yourself enables things to shift in your life. It enables you to receive more, enables you to enjoy your life more. And actually it allows others to receive, because people do want to give as well. So that's what I think self-love is. It's just true. It's a journey that never ends, actually.
I think in my experience, I think what happens is the more work that you've done on yourself, when something does come up, you move through it a lot quicker.
Yes, you do. You
move through it faster. So
you've got more.
So it's never, there's always something. As I think, what's that program called? The Onion. When he says onions have layers. What's it?
Have layers.
Oh no.
We've got someone who knows exactly what it is. What's it called?
Who is it?
Shrek.
Oh, Shrek. Shrek. I don't know whether he actually says it in that accent. I just thought I'd do it in that accent.
I like that.
Because as we peel, we have layers, and then we peel the layer, and then we have another one. It is never ending, but I think you have to have a bit of sense of humour and go, oh God, here we go.
Here we go again.
I'm like, what's coming up now?
I
thought I'd worked on this already.
So,
something else. You've got to have humour. Humour's a really powerful healer, actually. If you can laugh at yourself.
I think so. I'm always laughing. I think I was laughing because I think yesterday was quite an interesting day energetically, and I think a few people were overspilling, and it was quite an interesting day yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
you just have to laugh, I think.
Yeah, you do.
So
you do.
yeah. I mean, you have such a combination of so many different gifts, and I think often, you know, when we do work with modalities, we have lots of different hats, don't we?
Yes.
And it's nice that we can pull on those different things to help people.
Exactly. It's like having extrapolation, you know, extrapolating a bit of that and do a bit of this, and kind of becoming your own, like your own channel, and being able to utilise whatever you need for that person. I think there's so many things that I've learned through the years, and you just embrace what people need in that moment for them. Yeah.
So what's your vision with what you're doing?
You bypassing the microphone.
Oh, sorry.
You talking to that first, please.
Yes.
Oh, see, your turn.
I'm getting turned
She's
off.
got told on. So what's your vision of your work? Where are you heading with it?
Yeah, thank you. I basically moved into the Penny Farthing Arcade in Sedgley at the moment, and it's a community of amazing people, and so I'm basically sharing my healing space with other healers who want to come and collaborate with me and do group workshops and classes and themed events. So that's happening. That's upcoming. I've also got my 1-to-1, but the bigger picture is big retreats and big impact. I want to get access bars into schools and universities, so I'm looking for funding for that. I'm been sort of funding, looking for funding routes and stuff for that, so I can, because I need to teach other people and teach other people bars as well for it to be able to be sustainable. So that's a big vision as well. Yeah.
So I don't really hear access bars. I think it was in a wellbeing centre I did work at, but
I've never heard of it
I've
before.
not really come
it's not
across
widely
it.
known.
No,
It's not.
What's the science behind it? Do you know?
I believe it is like pragmatic psychology and energetics, really, because you're working with your subconscious mind, and you're working with. There are lots of studies as well that you can research, and they've literally put someone's brain under like an infrared light or whatever it was, and they've shown the amount of how the brain's actually started to activate and grow, like not stem cells, but neurons.
Yes, neural
pathways. And there's that research out there, so it's quite interesting to watch that and have a look at that. But I don't know all the science behind it. I'm not a science.
No, I'm just asking for those people that.
There will be.
Yeah.
There is research. You can go on the Access Consciousness website. Those are the founders of the bars, Access Consciousness. And they have other modalities called body processes and energetic facelift and other modalities as well. So
that really excites me about you taking them into schools, because I think the whole school system needs to change, because it's very outdated and worn out.
It is.
So
it really is.
So that excites me.
If kids had their bars run at a young age, they would get better grades, and then the teachers wouldn't be as stressed, they wouldn't be under pressure. And then, schools would just excel, and their Ofsted results and things would just improve massively.
Wow. Could you imagine before GCSE? It's not GCSEs anymore. They call it something else.
I think they call it something else. Yeah, I don't know what
just
it
wait
is.
in the queue while we do your bars.
Yeah.
Before you take
Exactly. It's a dream. And people, if there literally are bars practitioners doing this all over the world. They're going to poor countries and taking this into, poverty places, and it's just changing people's lives. So it's already happening. So I feel like I'm kind of a catalyst to that happening here in the Midlands a little bit. So
I think it's incredible. I do think it's incredible, because we know that we've got programs running in the subconscious, and to be able to access it so much more easily, rather than having to go through hypnotherapy and lots of different. I mean, there are so many modalities that access the subconscious. To be able to do it so easily is wonderful. But as you've said, you've got to be open to receive, and that's the same with anything. I mean, the thing that everybody has said when we've sat and spoke to people about the healing modalities is they're just a facilitator. The healing comes from us, and it comes from within, and you have to surrender, and you have to want it.
You do.
Because some people don't want to heal.
No, they don't.
They spend a whole lifetime visiting every single therapist and every single, and their emotional and physical pain can become their identity.
Yes, this is true.
Which is sad. I mean, I've been in that loop.
Oh,
but not anymore, thankfully.
Good.
And that's but it's something that's a real reality for so many people.
Yeah, it is. It's a choice that people got to be ready to choose. When I first heard about it, I was like, oh my God, I'm not going anywhere near it. Like, I was just such rejection. I was like, I must have perceived how powerful it was. And I was just like, nope, I'll go through the hard way. I'll do everything else first. And then eventually I chose it. So people have to go on that journey sometimes to go, do you know what? I'm going to try something different, something that's way more ease. Because we're not programmed for ease, We're not.
No.
Yeah.
So, in this beautiful life, what brings you joy, Morgana?
People, community. I love connection. One of the things that's brought me a joy recently is this moving into this community where we're all coming together. I've never felt that in my life, actually, where people have come together and we're all supporting each other. Not really. I have my friends and stuff, but where a lot of healers are coming together and you've got practitioners coming together. And there's not this competitiveness. There's this like, what can we do for the community? What can we do for people? That brings me joy. I just love silly things as well. I like being silly. My partner's constantly just trying to be silly and get me into like baby mode and child mode. And I'm just like embracing a child and just enjoy life. I like fast cars. I want to drive more fast cars.
Maybe that's why you've had so many accidents.
I'm like, it's too slow for me and it's so fast.
Exactly.
It's too limited.
Yeah.
I love fast cars. I love racing and that sort of thing. So it brings me joy.
Have you been on the track?
I have been on the track. I have got, actually a few months ago for my birthday, my partner bought me like a Lamborghini day. And,
wow.
I did it and it was terrifying. My trauma actually come up after. I was like, whoa, I didn't know I'd still had that.
Yeah.
I was still holding on to it. But yeah, it really helped me process the things. I so enjoyed it. It's amazing.
You're talking to a fellow car person here.
Fellow car person,
Yeah, I want to do more of these things. I want to do more. I just want to get back behind the wheel more and just trust myself more and have more of a loving relationship with cars rather than an angry or horrible relationship with cars. So do a lot of car healing at the moment.
So Gary heals her car as well.
When I first had my car, I got the registration plate. This is such a good thing to do. And put it in salt water to clear. And you can do it with your name to clear all the energy, all the people that have owned that car. And you want to see all the crap that came around the glass. Because you want to get the glass eventually, no salt. I crystal gridded the car. I smudged the car. And my friend got in the car and went, oh my God, what have you put in here? And she went, you need to calm it down. Because I'd done 2 high vibe crystals. So yeah.
Wow.
So I love.
I got some tourmaline and some tiger's eye people think I'm bonkers doing that, but I don't care.
It doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah.
You do you, isn't it?
I love bonkers. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Actually, that's one of the things. So how do you think it, talking about your cars, both of you, it's just a real human thing, isn't it?
Very.
And I think it's the integration, isn't it, between being spiritual, especially if you have a connection, to your guides and to other frequencies and other, planes almost of existence, is never forgetting that we're human beings.
100%.
And that we're energy, having a human experience. And I think it's very easy sometimes to just go flying off up in the clouds, which is where I would reside permanently.
Same. I've had to learn how to be on the earth.
How to be human. Yeah, exactly.
To enjoy. I feel like I'm still trying to learn how to enjoy life and not be always there as well. I'm still kind of learning to have fun, learning to let your hair down, learning to enjoy these things, like going out for a meal and eating food and not having to think about other things, or seeing a friend and not having to feel like I have to fix them or heal them.
That's the thing, isn't
that's
it?
another one. But it's more of that, more of that fun. you know, traveling more, and just, all of that.
Yeah.
Otherwise it's like we're just disassociating from who we are, you know.
And that is what it is. It is disassociation.
Yeah.
How do you think you deal with being very sensitive and society as it is at the moment? Because there's a lot of anxiety and a lot of fear out in our world at the minute. And I think unless we're aware of it, it's very hard not to take it on board and become it.
Yeah, it is. I am constantly like detaching myself from the collective consciousness. I have to like literally every day I'm like detach. But I also use this tool of like, who does it belong to? Is it even mine? Because it's not a lot of the time. But it's also just being discernment of what's mine and what's not. But it's not easy. It's not always easy. You can't always just be like feeling your best every day. But you do have to discern like what is yours, especially considering my past and being in those like really dark places and taking the world on. I would never, ever go back to that, and promise myself never to go back to that place. So I'm very much more, I would say maybe a little bit hyper cautious sometimes about energies and things, and just being a bit more aware of like, who does it belong to? Is it mine? And these sorts of questions and things. But it's something I'm still navigating. 100%.
Yeah, I think that's ongoing. That's something I have to work through, isn't it? To be discerning and with your own energy.
Yeah.
And that.
Yeah. It's like going into the gym. Like, I like going to the gym, but going to the gym, I can pick up everyone's thoughts, everyone's feelings. I know what's going on in their world, their points of views about their bodies and all these things. And if I'm not discerning, I'm like, I'll become it. And I end up feeling crap about my body, or feeling like, oh, I should do more, work harder. And I'm like, hang on a second, who does this belong to? So I'm constantly being in this awareness, but sometimes it's exhausting as well. You just need to be like, actually enjoy the gym without going and thinking or overthinking everything as well.
I think that's that empathic.
It is.
Because when I can really relate to what you're saying. When I'm going out to the restaurant or I'm going out, then my focus, I can feel everybody. I know what's going on. I'm like, what are you doing? You're not working.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very difficult because we just naturally want to transmute. We want to heal. We want to. Yeah. So it's having those boundaries and
no body, we're not doing that today. It's a day off. Yeah. I'm literally like, body, not today. We're not here to.
Absolutely.
If they want that, they can pay for it. Literally, they can come to me if they want it.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're healing the world.
Yeah, there's so many people. I think we live every day, don't we? Responding to energy without even realising that we're doing it. And I wonder how many of us really are walking around shouldering everybody else's problems as well as their own. I mean, that is the collective. It is. In a way, isn't it?
It is.
And it's very powerful, the collective. And that's...
Yeah, and that is a really powerful question. And I'm going to ask everybody that home is watching is when you've been to the supermarket and you've been out, ask yourself when you get home, what is this my energy? Or is this somebody else's? Are these my thoughts or somebody else's? I think that is a really useful question to ask, because we've got such sensitive
but how do you know?
Nervous system.
How do you know whether it's yours or somebody else's?
I think just asking the question, like, who does it belong to? If it lightens up, it's not yours, because what's naturally you is light. If you ask that question, you start to lighten up. You're like, you don't need to know whose it is. It's more about just being in the question of like, who does this belong to, or is this mine? And you don't need to get the answer, but if you lighten up, you know it's not yours.
It's a good way of,
especially if you've gone into Sainsbury's just for one thing, and then you end up
come back with some milk.
Like, hang on a second,
and some anxiety.
Exactly. Yeah. And do you know, I was at home once. I started microdosing on mushrooms.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and that's microdosing and
plant medicine.
Plant medicine. Sorry, I don't even know whether I'm allowed to say that. Am I? I'll delete it. Anyway, I did. So and it's been incredibly helpful. But not long after, I was sitting on the sofa at home and I had this overwhelming pain for our planet. I can't explain. Can't explain it. And Craig came home. Now, Craig is ex-military, he's a Marine, and he doesn't do, he doesn't do any emotions whatsoever. That's just doesn't happen in our world. And he walks in and he went, I was sobbing. He went, what's the matter? And I went, I'm crying for Mother Earth. And he looked at me as if like divorce was about to happen. He was like, oh, you know. Just like, and I was crazy. I felt this craziness, this feeling for our planet and how humanity was hurting it. And I've never felt anything so strong ever since.
Wow.
And I was a mad, crazy woman. I was almost quite hysterical. But that is connecting to something that was part of the collective. And I just think that my microdosing plant medicine had kind of connected something.
Yeah, I kind of get that. Yeah.
You know, I felt something. And it was mad.
Wow.
I suppose there's people
powerful.
There's people out there that are probably feeling emotional and they don't really know why.
No, they don't.
They don't really understand. Like, why am I feeling this way?
Yeah. They're like, why am I feeling
or
that?
there's the other end of the spectrum. It's like, well, I can't feel anything. What are you on about?
Yeah, you're like, I'm fine. I'm having a great time.
Yeah.
That happened. Yeah, I you know, it's it's not yours when, you know, the minute you're feeling really, really great when you wake up in the morning or in the afternoon and then you go somewhere and then you come back and you feel like you've been hit by a ton of bricks or whatever. That's when you know, hang on a second. Like, and it's important to be like, self-awareness is key.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's not about judging yourself if you're not aware all the time. Can't be aware 24/7 of everything. You know, right? You are human. But it's just to have that discernment of, well, hang on, you know, is this even mine?
Yeah.
It's an amazing tool from Access Consciousness, by the way. They give you loads of these tools. So who does it belong to? How does it get any better than this? All these amazing tools.
Yeah.
That one is a lifesaver. Who does it belong to? It literally could save your life. Because if you're feeling so depressed and down, and that doesn't actually belong to you, you could just change your energy in like literally seconds, but you've got to be willing to use the tool.
Yeah.
And people don't think it's that simple or that easy, but it can be.
I think life is actually.
Yeah.
It's just we've had years and years of conditioning and belief that everything has to be overcomplicated, but actually it doesn't. And I truly believe that everything we need is within us.
It is. It really is.
It's the whole perception. I know you said, you know, the world's in chaos and this, that, but actually, is it? Again, it comes down to your perception and your mind.
What is your reality? Do you have to buy and align and agree to that, or can you create something different for your life?
Yeah.
And, you know, that's why I always say empowering people to choose. Like, you don't have to have that. You know, can you choose something else and create your life the way that you want it? And release the programs that bind you to that reality.
It's
or this
true.
reality.
Do you know, it's just popped into my head, the tarot card. You know the tarot card with the girl and she's all in chains?
Yeah.
Do you know the one I mean? She's all looked, and it looks like she's completely
Depends what
bound
tarot
and in
deck you
chains.
buy.
It's
true.
The weight one or whatever.
Oh, the original one.
And then all she's got, they're unlocked. And
Yeah.
all she's got to do is open her arms.
Yeah.
And
Is that
she's
the lover's
free.
card?
Oh, is it the charity? No, charity. No.
I don't know. I can't. It just had a picture of it in my head, and it's we think that we're so stuck and bound.
Well, it's the
and
whole-
can't move forward.
You're in a hole and there's a ladder right next to you.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you can get out any time.
You can.
Exactly. That's it.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Very fascinating.
World needs to know that.
Well, Morgana, it's been so lovely
thank
talking to
you.
you. So what let's finish on some words of wisdom.
I was just about to say that.
for Morgana.
And you can
for
look into the
collective,
camera
really.
if you want
Yeah.
to. Talk to the people.
Oh, words of wisdom. Just don't forget who you are. You know who you are. So if you feel like you're not being you and you need to fit in, then, you know, just remember that you are you. And it's important to claim and own who you are, regardless of how like weird you think you are, because actually it's wonderful and it's not wrong. So that's what I would say. Yeah.
Lovely.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for coming
You're
and talking
welcome.
to us.
Oh, it's amazing.
And we'll be booking in for some access bars.
Access bars. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, my pleasure. It'd be great to do that.
I'm coming over to see Dave actually, so I might see if I can book you at the same.
Do it, yeah.
Go and have a coffee in between, otherwise I'll be
Yes.
floating.
You will be.
But
More floatiness.
Where can people find you? Obviously, your details will be in the description box.
Oh, yes.
But
yes.
what's your
Yes.
your name or your
so
socials?
People can find me at www.morgana-marie.com. And also on Facebook as well as that. And my treatment space is in Sedgley at the Penny Farthing Arcade. So just above the Beehive Yoga. So come and find us there. Drop in anytime.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my darling.
Thank you.